Hello everyone, I'm Novalui, Head of Investor Advisory at RHB Bank. Thank you for joining us for our Q3 2024 Fund Discoveries idea. Greater China market performed well in the second quarter, led by Taiwan equity market, followed by Hong Kong listed Chinese stock represented by HSCEI index. A stark difference comparing to an onshore Chinese equity market, where the Shanghai AHS index are the worst performer among the major indices. US equity market continue to do well, where other Asian equity markets such as India, Singapore, and Malaysia ride along well. Let us take a look at the unit trust industry fund flow for the past one quarter. Relatively high outflow from Asia Pacific and Chinese equity related funds in the past one quarter. Despite Chinese equity market perform well, the outflow may reflect investors who take opportunity to reduce some exposure while rebalance their existing portfolio. At the same time, there are outflow from global equity and mixed asset fund, with highest global equity sectoral fund outflow from technology sector. Investors took opportunity to take profit from this market and tune down their exposure to go into income-based or mixed asset global funds. There is outflow from the pure equity Malaysia fund, while inflow into income-based or mixed asset strategy investing into Malaysia. Worth to take note that overall there is a net inflow into Malaysia equity and mixed asset funds. Most of the inflow are into fixed income fund, including Malaysia, global, and Asia Pacific market. This shows a material number of investors who wish to position earlier for the potential rate cut. Above is the performance of the fund discoveries idea in Q2. Most of the fund has trended higher from the quarter, with AHAM Select Opportunity gaining close to 9% in the quarter. This is an impressive performance, which shows the fund manager's capability to achieve excess return over the broad market when KLCI was flat in the same time period. TA Global Absolute Alpha I is the second best performing fund within our Q2 fund discoveries. The fund is a Sharia-approved global fund, which is based on absolute return strategy, which the fund can decide to overweight in any sector to achieve its target return. The fund also gained close to 9% in the same time frame. RHB Sustainable Future Technology closed higher at 4.4%. However, Manulife Sharia Global REITs was down in Q2. The funds are relatively reliant on the interest rate cut story, marginally came down when the prospect of rate cut was delayed to likely 1 to 2 cut by end of the year. TA Global Absolute Alpha I remains as our key fund discoveries for the quarter. We continue to like global equity fund that is not constrained to any benchmark or geographical nor sectoral bias. Fund manager create excess return mainly from its bottom-up stock-picking strategy. Referring to the fund fact sheet, besides US, the fund has heavily exposure into Japan and Europe market, while Taiwan, India, Korea make it to the top 10 country exposure for this fund. Since inception, the fund has outperformed its benchmark of 8% per annum target return. This fund offers investors the flexibility of reallocating within global equity market and different sectors to seek for excess return. RHB Global Equity Premium Income Fund is a new fund. Within equity space, we do see trend of investors seeking for exposure in a more income-based strategy, including dividend equity fund. This fund forms the core holding of our income investing strategy. The funds target 7 to 9% per annum payout on a monthly basis to our investor. The fund aims to achieve the consistent payout from underlying dividend and option premium. At the same time, the fund also benefits from the upside potential of the underlying equity portfolio, which is actively managed by JP Morgan Global Premium Income Investment Team. Despite AHAM Select Opportunity has done well, KLCI remains a laggard market within ASEAN on the 5-year time horizon, making it still an attractive entry point for investors. Malaysia became an attractive FDI destination. Prominent companies such as Google, Apple, Microsoft, ByteDance, and BlackBerry are among the MNC that increased their investment in Malaysia. Malaysia's economy is set to grow 4 to 5% in 2024, driven by export recovery and domestic demand. Besides investing into Malaysia, the fund also diversified outside of Malaysia to capture some opportunities in Taiwan, India, South Korea, and US market. While we see value in the Chinese equity market, investors may consider a strategy that is more diversified, which allows the fund manager the mandate to decide its allocation within Asia Pacific market. Principal Asia Pacific Dynamic Income Fund is an absolute return strategy fund that focuses on bottom-up strategy to create assets return for investors. The fund increase or reduce exposure to any country or sector within Asia Pacific equity market where fund manager finds opportunity in such market. At the moment, the fund has high exposure into technology sector with highest exposure in Hong Kong and Taiwan market. Finally, we wish to share a new idea with you this quarter, that is RHB World Series Japan Growth Fund. Domestic consumption in Japan is expected to do well with increase in wages in Japan combined with the encouraging inflow of tourism into Japan. With the recovery in Chinese economy, Japan tourism is expected to do even better when more Chinese tourists visiting Japan. The weakening yen also benefited manufacturers such as automobile and semiconductor industries. Despite Japan equity market has done well recently, based on the historical PE and PB ratio, this market remains relatively attractive. Moreover, Japan currently has a low foreign investors holding, paving for more upside potential when fund flow into Japan equity market. RHB World Series Japan Growth Fund has done well since inception. RHB leverages on Nikko Asset Management Co. Limited local expertise in the Japanese stock market to manage this fund. We trust that this will give an interesting inclusion for our investors' portfolio, especially for those seeking for higher growth opportunity. Thank you for joining our podcast today. Investment is dynamic and investors have to constantly review the latest market condition and your investment portfolio holding. I hope my insight has provided valuable information to help you make more informed investment decisions. Please reach out to our relationship manager to explore how this recommendation can be integrated into your diversified portfolio.